Well, hello and how are you, hey friends? Welcome to Pieces Shen Show. I am your host, Shenandoah Briscoe, and today is Tuesday, October the 29th, 2024. We got happy birthday shout outs going out to Jennifer Williams Crum. And so, without further ado, here's a birthday song for you. Hey, Jennifer. Hey, I heard it's your birthday today. That's another a year on the way. I hope you're having a great birthday because, well, it's your happy birthday day today. You know what? Let's try throwing broken pieces in there too. I'm sorry, missing pieces. Hey, missing pieces. Hey, Jennifer. Hey, it's your birthday today. Why, that's another trip around the sun that you made. So I don't uh, forget to have a special day because, well, it's your happy birthday day, day to day. It's your happy birthday day to day. Happy birthday to the two of you and many, many more. Wake up, comma, missing, correct that, choose one, cap that, pieces, cap that, cut that, paste that, select all, paste that, go to sleep. Okay, there we go. Got her all fixed up. Sorry about that, folks. You know me. Always something. Alrighty, here we go, Shen Show fans. That's right, we got him. Martin Kelly, a.k.a. Smiley. Savann Murphy Beason. Diana Gray. Jerry R. Webb. Lori Moore, a.k.a. Lori Taylor, a.k.a. Thumper. I got um Pokey Pals also. Amanda Sue Little and Mich Blu. Do special return posts for you right here, right now. Hey, you know what? I ought to put Lisa Foster in there somewhere too. Um, let's see. Facebook page is shut down, so we'll still throw her in. Da 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 dee da 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 dee da 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 dee da. Wake up, comma, Lisa Foster. Cut that. Paste that. Select all. Paste that. Go to sleep. She's out in Cornville, Iowa, but she's a blessed friend of mine, and so she's my sister in Christ. And well, we got to remember everybody, don't you know? Anyway, she threw a song request out to me today, so we'll get to that a little later in the show. Right now, we're going to give you your weather forecast for today. Today's high temperature was 85 degrees. Very nice, very pleasant, but very windy also. Anyway, Partly cloudy skies for the remainder of the night. Low temperatures of 66 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds will be south at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Now, for tomorrow, Wednesday, October the 30th, partly cloudy skies with high temperatures of 82 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds will be south at 15 to 25 miles per hour. Higher wind gusts are possible. Better not go outside. I'll blow away me and my 600-pound chair. Actually, it's not that much. It's only like 300 some odd. Partly cloudy skies during the evening and then thunderstorms becoming likely overnight. Low temperatures of 62 degrees Fahrenheit with winds south at 10 to 20 miles per hour. 90% chance of rain. So percentage chance is dropping. It was 100% yesterday. Now, for thing Spook Day, Halloween, All Hallows Eve, October the 31st, rain showers early with some sunshine later in the day. High temperatures of only 64 degrees Fahrenheit with winds west at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Chances of rain 40%. Mostly clear skies overnight. Low temperatures of 37 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds will be north to northwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. And then for November the 1st, Friday that is, mainly sunny skies with high temperatures of 63 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds will be out of the east to northeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Partly cloudy skies overnight. Low temperatures of 39 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds will be light and variable directly out of the east at 4 miles per hour. Saturday, November the 2nd, partly cloudy skies during the morning hours. They will give way to occasional showers in the afternoon. High temperatures of 67 degrees Fahrenheit with winds east to southeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Chances of rain about 40%. Considerable cloudiness with occasional rain showers throughout the night. Low temperatures around 55 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds will be southeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Chances of rain 50%. And then for our fifth and final day of our 5-day forecast for the Central viewing area, Sunday, November the 3rd. Rain early and then remain cloudy with showers in the afternoon. High temperatures of 70 degrees Fahrenheit with winds south to southeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. The chances of rain is 70%. So around a quarter inch of rain will be dropping out of the sky. Cloudy with showers overnight, low temperatures of 62 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds will be south at 5 to 10 miles per hour, and chances of rain 60%. And there you have it. That's your 5-day weather forecast. Brought to you today by Refreshing Word Fellowship Church, located at 620 North Benton Avenue, St. Charles, Missouri, in the Gingerbread Church. Actually, not in the Gingerbread Chapel, but in the, what would it be called? I gotta keep thinking of what it's called. Um, Conference room? Close enough. Banquet hall. There you go. In the banquet hall. It's a bit smaller than the chapel, and more people can get closer to the podium, and It's all a good time. So easier to see the monitor, easier to hear the music. So there you go. Refreshing Word Fellowship Church is a non-denominational Christian church. And again, it's at the corner of Clark and North Benton Avenue. And you'll see it. It's the gingerbread looking building. Follow the ramp or the stairs into the double doors and look right into the double doors. All right. All righty then. Here's that song request that Lisa threw out there. Song lyrics, Jody and the Kid. Song request, Jody and the Kid. Song lyrics, Jody and the Kid. There. She sounds spot on with it. So I better get a drink of water. You guys got to forgive me. I'm working on that blood pressure coming back. She would meet me in the morning on my way down to the river, waiting patient by the China berry tree, with her feet already dusty from the pathway to the levee, and her little blue jeans rolled up to her knees. And I'd paid her no attention as she tagged along beside me, trying hard to copy everything I did. But I couldn't keep from smiling when I heard somebody say, "Look yonder, there goes Jody and the kid." Well, even after we grew older, we could still be seen together as we walked along the levee holding hands. And I've lived in a oh, as far as surely as the season she was changing to a woman. And I lived long enough to call myself a man. Mm, and she would often lay beside me in the coolness of the evening till the morning sun was shining on my bed. It didn't used to be. And on Sundays I go walking down the pathway to the levee with another little girl who follows me. And it makes the old folks smile to see her tag along beside me, doing things the way her mama did. But it gets a little lonesome when I hear somebody saying, "Look yonder, there goes Jody and the kid." I need to pull something else up. No, it's all good. Don't know why I'm getting back feedback though. Let's see. Do 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 do. Wow. Let's do some more Christmas stars. And why not? Well, I'm looking and I'm looking and I'm not even seeing. All right, well, we just look it up this way. Song lyrics, Silver Tongue Devil. Hmm. Where's my A to Z? Oh, there we are. Wait, this ain't the Silver Tongue Devil. Oh, yeah, maybe it is. I took my harpoon. Well, I took myself down to the Tally Ho Tavern to buy me a bottle of beer. And I sat me down by a tender young maiden whose eyes were as dark as her hair. And as I was searching from bottle to bottle for something unfoolish to say, that silver tongued devil just slipped from the shadow and smilingly stole her away. I said, "Hey, little girl, don't you know he's the devil? He's everything that I am, hiding intentions of evil under the smile of the same. All he's good for is getting in trouble and shifting his share of the blame. And some people swear he's my double, and some even say the same. But the silver tongued devil's got nothing to lose, and I only live till I die. We take our own chances and pay our own dues. A silver tongued devil and I. Well, like all the fair maidens who've laid down beside him, she knew in her heart that he'd lie. Nothing that I could have said could have saved her, no matter how hard I. God, she'll always and open her arms at the smile of the stranger who'll love her and leave her alone. And you know, he's the devil. He's everything that I ain't. Hiding intentions of evil under the smile of a saint. All he's good for is getting in trouble and shifting his share of the blame. And some people swear he's my double, and others even swear the same. But the silver-tongued devil's got nothing to lose, and I'll only live till I die. We take our own chances and pay our own dues. The silver-tongued devil and I. All right. Um, we're gonna do David Soul. Now, you might know David Soul as Hutch on Starsky and Hutch, the old TV show. Song lyrics: Yonder comes my land, Lord. Well, guess we gotta go up here and do it. Genesis. We'll get there. Nobody will watch him. Well, okay. Then this will be the last song. Then we'll get into story time with the kids. Hey, yonder comes the landlord collecting his rent with his greedy yellow eyes and his tongue all bent. He has padlocked pockets and he's bad luck now. Nose comes sniffing round my doorway and going through my clothes. Oh, 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 how could you treat me so cold? Got a mortgage on my body and a lien on my soul. I got a crackpot house with a two-way roof. My neighbors are thieves, but I got you. Look to you look you like to take, but you don't want to give. I've got to pay the rent just to have a place to live. Uh, but hey, you landlord, I know you well. You run a rock and roll tavern and a fancy hotel. You're minus a lot of people that you got at your command. I'll put on a pair of gloves for before I shake your hand. I messed this all up, pretty sure. Yep. You're gonna wake up in this helpless drunk dawn, and you're around to find that your land is all gone. You're gonna be cold, just as cold as you please. Oh, well, come next winter, you're gonna freeze. Yeah, okay. Did it, did it, ba 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 ba. Somebody said I got a furry nose on the tip of it, which is fine as long as they would take it off because it bothers me. It feels like I feels like my nose has got some sort of a goofy deal because it burns. It must be going into a ring of fire. We'll do that one before we do story time. Song lyrics, ring of fire. Song lyrics, ring of fire. Love is a burning thing. It makes a fiery ring. Bound by love desire, I fell into a ring of fire. I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and those flames they went higher, and it burns, burns, burns. The ring of fire, that ring of fire. I fell down into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and those flames they went higher, and it burns, burns, burns. That ring of fire, that ring of fire. The taste of love is sweet when hearts like ours, when they meet. I fell for you like a child. Oh, was I fine? It went wild. I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and those flames they went higher, and it burns, burns, burns. That ring of fire, that ring of fire. I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and those flames they went higher, and it burns, burns, burns. That ring of fire, that ring of fire, and it burns, burns, burns. That ring of fire, that ring of fire. Okay. Oops. I went somewhere I didn't want to go. Someplace else, wouldn't you know? Ja da da da, ja da da da, ja 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 da da. All right. That's an awful long one. Do we really want to do that one? Yeah, no. Let's go back. Want to do something short this week? Another one of Lisa's favorites is hmm, if it's here. Here we go. We'll do this. It's just like anything else, especially what they're trying to do with the elections. Nobody wants nobody to know exactly what's going on the other side. And I tell you what, one of the two sides don't know what's going on their own side. They just start throwing stones at the other side. So anyway, here we go. Many years ago, there was an emperor. who was so excessively fond of new clothes that he spent all his money in dresses. Yes, he did not trouble himself at the least about his soldiers, nor did he care to go either to the theater or the chase, except for the opportunities then afforded him for displaying his new clothes. He had a different suit for each hour of the day, and as of any other king or emperor, one is accustomed to say, he is sitting in council. It was always the setting of him, of the emperor is setting in his wardrobe. Time passed merely in the large town, which was his capital, and strangers arrived every day at the fort. But one day, two rogues, calling themselves weavers, made their appearance, and they gave out that they knew how to weave stuffs of the most beautiful colors, elaborate patterns, and the clothes manufactured from which should have the wonderful property of remaining, remaining invisible to everyone who was unfit for their office that they held, or who was extraordinarily simple in character. These must indeed be splendid clothes, thought the emperor. Had I such a suit, I might at once find out what men in my realm are unfit for their offices, and also be able to distinguish the wise from the foolish. This stuff must be woven for me immediately. And he caused large sums of money to be given to both the weavers in order that they might begin their work directly. And so the two pretended weavers set up two looms and affected to work very busily, though in reality they did nothing at all. They asked for the most delicate silks and the purest gold thread, put both of them in their own knapsacks, and then continued their pretend work at the empty looms and lay until late at night. We should like to know, I should like to know how the weavers are getting along with my clothes, said the emperor to himself after some little time had passed. And so he was, however, rather embarrassed when he remembered that a simpleton or one unfit for his office would be unable to see the manufactured goods. To be sure, he thought he had nothing to risk in his own person, but yet he would prefer sending someone else to bring him intelligence about the weavers and their work before he troubled himself in the affair. Well, all the people throughout the city had heard of the wonderful uh, propriety of the clothes was to possess, and that all were anxious to learn how wise or how ignorant their neighbors might be proved to be. I will send my faithful old minister to the weavers, said the emperor at last, and after some deliberation, he will be best able to see how the clothes look. So, for his for he is a man of sense, and no one can be more suitable for his office than he. And so the faithful old minister went into the hall where the knaves were working with all their might at their empty looms. What can be the meaning of this? Thought the old man, opening his eyes very wide. I cannot discover the least bit of thread on the loom. However, he did not express his thoughts aloud. The impostors requested him very courteously to be so good as to come nearer to their looms. That then they asked him whether the design pleased him and or whether the colors were not very beautiful. At the same time, pointing to their empty frames, the poor old minister looked and looked. He could not discover anything on the looms for a very good reason. Vis-a-vis, there was nothing there. Wait, thought he again. It's impossible that I am a simpleton. I have never thought of myself as so, and no one must know it. Now, if I am so, can it be that I am unfit for my office? No matter, that must not be said either. I will never confess that I could not see the stuff. Well, minister, said one of the knaves, still pretending to work, you do not say whether the stuff pleases you. Oh, it is excellent, replied the old minister, looking at the loom through his spectacles. This pattern and the colors. Yes, I will tell the emperor without delay how very beautiful I think of them. So we should be much obliged to you, said the impostors. And then they named the different colors and described the patterns of the pretend stuff. The old minister listened attentively to their works, and in order that he might repeat them to the emperor. And then the knaves asked for more silk and gold, saying that it was necessary to complete what they had begun. However, they put uh, that was given them into their knapsacks also, and they continued to work with as much apparent diligence as before at their empty looms. The emperor now sent another officer of his court to see how the men were getting on and to ascertain whether the clothes would soon be ready. Well, it was just the same with this gentleman as with the minister. He surveyed the looms on all sides, but could not see nothing at all but the empty frames. Does not the stuff appear as beautiful to you as it did to my lord the minister? Asked the impostors of the emperor's second ambassador, at the same time making the same gestures as before, and talking about the design and the colors which were not there. I certainly am not stupid, thought the messenger, and it must be that I am unfit for my good, profitable office. That is very odd, however. No one shall know anything about it, and accordingly he praised the stuffs that he could not see, and declared that he was delighted with both colors and patterns. Indeed pleased, and indeed pleased your imperial majesty, said he to his uh, sovereign when he returned. The cloth which the weavers are preparing is extraordinarily magnificent. Well, the whole city was talking of the special cloth which the emperor had ordered to be woven at his own expense. And now the emperor himself wished to see the costly manufacture. And so, while it was still in the loom, accompanied by a select number of officers of the court, among whom were the two honest men who had already admired the cloth. Then he went to the crafty impostors, who, as soon as they were aware of the emperor's approach, went on working more diligently than ever, although they still did not pass a single thread through the loom. Is not the work absolutely magnificent? Said the two officers of the crown, who already had uh, mentioned. If your majesty will only be pleased to look at it. What a splendid design! What glorious colors! And at the same time, they pointed to the empty frames that they imagined that everyone else could see this exquisite piece of workmanship. How is this? Said the emperor to himself. I can see nothing. This is indeed a terrible affair. Am I a simpleton? Or am I unfit for to be an emperor? That would be the worst thing that could ever happen. Oh, the cloth is charming, said he aloud. It has my complete uh, admiration. And he smiled most graciously, and he looked closely at the empty looms, for on no account would he say that he could not see what the two officers of his court had praised so much. All his re- re- retinue now strained their eyes, hoping to discover something on the loom, but they could see no more than the others. Nervously, they all exclaimed, how beautiful!" And advised His Majesty to have some new clothes made from this splendid material for the approaching procession. Magnificent, charming, and excellent, resounded on all the sides, and everyone was uncommonly gay. And the emperor shared in the general satisfaction and presented the impostors with revend of an order of knighthood and to be worn in the buttonholes and the title of gentleman weavers. Well, the rail set up the whole night before the day on which the procession was to take place. It had 16 lights burning so that everyone might see how anxiously they were finishing the emperor's new suit. They pretended to roll out the cloth of the looms, cut the air with their scissors, and sewed with needles without any thread in them. See, cried they at last, the emperor's new clothes are ready. And now the emperor, with all the credences of his court, came to the weavers, and the rogues raised their arms as if in act of holding something up, saying, "Here are your majesty's trousers, here is the scarf, and here is the mantle." And the whole suit is as light as a cobweb. One might fancy one has nothing on at all when dressed in it, and that's how ever is the greatest virtue of this delicate cloth. Yes, indeed, said all the courtiers, although not one of them to see anything for this exquisite manufacture. If your Imperial Majesty will be graciously pleased to take off your clothes, we will fit on the new suit in front of the looking glass. While the Emperor was accordingly undressed, and the rogues pretended to array him in his new suit. The Emperor, turning round from side to side before the looking glass. Now, how splendid His Majesty looks in his new clothes, and how well they fit! Everyone cried out. What a design! What colors! They are indeed royal robes. While the canopy which is to be borne over your Majesty in the procession is waiting, announced the chief master of the ceremonies. I am quite ready, answered the Emperor. Do me no do my new clothes fit well? Asked he, turning himself round again before the looking glass in order that he might appear to be examining his handsome suit. The lords of the bedchambers, who were to carry His Majesty's train, fell about on the floor as if they were lifting up the ends of the mantle and pretended to be carrying something, for they would by no means betray anything like simplicity or unfitness for their office. So now the emperor walked under his high canopy in the midst of the procession through the streets of the capital, and all the people standing by and those at the windows cried out, "Oh, how beautiful are our emperor's new clothes! What a magnificent train there is to this uh, mantle, and how gracefully the scarf hangs." In short, no one would allow that he could not see the much admired clothes, because in doing so he would have declared himself either a simpleton or unfit for his office. Certainly none of the emperor's advisors' uh, various suits had ever been made so great an impression as these new invisible ones. But the emperor had nothing on at all. But the emperor has nothing on at all, said a little boy. And listen to the voice of innocence, exclaimed his father. And what the child had said was whispered from one to another. But he has nothing on at all. And at last cried out to all the people. And the emperor was vexed, for he knew that the people were right. But he thought the procession must go on now, and the lords of the bedchamber took greater pains than ever to appear to be holding up a train, although in reality there was nothing to hold. And there you have it. Go to sleep, the Emperor's new clothes. Alrighty, that brings us to the daily bread portion of the program. The red portion of the program is going to be brought to you today by the Bible with Briscoe 2024. Today's reading in the Bible with Briscoe 2024 will be Jeremiah 18, 19, 18 through 19, and 2 Timothy 3. So don't forget to tune into the Bible with Briscoe 2024 for your daily reading of the Bible. All right, pause to pray. We should do that at least 25 times a day, if not more. Philippians 4 through 9. Pause to pray. Final exhortations. Rejoice in the Lord always. I will say it again, rejoice. Let your gentleness be evident to all. And the Lord is near. And do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, by prayer and petition with thanksgiving, present your requests to God, and the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus. And finally, brothers and sisters, whatever is true, whatever is noble, whatever is right, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is admirable, and if anything is excellent or praiseworthy, think about such things. And whatever you have learned or received or heard from me or seen in me, put it into practice, and the God of peace will be with you. And there you have it. Pause to pray. Alrighty, hey, that's it. That's the Shen Show in a nutshell. And so I got one more song for you, and it goes, I love goodbye, my friends. It's a time to go. I said goodbye, my friends. It's a time to go. I hate to leave, but I really must go. So goodbye, my friends. Goodbye. Goodbye, my friends. Goodbye. This has been Shenandoah Briscoe saying hello. How are you? Thanks for tuning in to the Shen Show. And as always, God loves you. So do I. So come back and see us again tomorrow because, well, God willing, we'll be here. And we hope that you are too. Come on back. Love you. God bless you. Please like and share. Bye bye.